And welcome back, everyone. Possibly the last time I welcome you back. Who knows? Or will Immortals, will they figure something out? Will they change it up? Will they keep it the same and possibly take the win? We don't know, but I'm joined by BSJ. I'm joined by Blitz. And Blitz, I'm looking over at you, and you look like a man who knows value. Do you know value?
I know value.
Do you know what the most value is? Free. And we have a giveaway for you. BTS.gg/giveaway. You can win multiple different things. The GSP 500 or the GSX 1000 is one giveaway you can sign up for. Or you can possibly win pizza in a bag for a month. Do you know that is ultimate value? If you could literally just eat pizza in a bag, not have to buy food, drink some water. You just saved an entire month's worth of food.
Months worth of food.
And money. You didn't have to buy the food. I would not have to buy ramen.
What would you spend that money on now?
What? I would just save it. I'm a saver.
Okay.
You know what? I'm
Invest
big
in the
bank,
future.
take little bank kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? All right. That's good. So, guys, I want to hear it. Do you think, be on it before the draft, what are the odds of it going to a Game 3? Does Immortal seems pretty stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
And Peter seems like a guy who knows you're stuck in your ways. Isn't he the perfect captain to abuse you?
I personally can speak. I can testify. Testify to that exact occurrence happening multiple times, and that is what he does. I feel like the difference between these tier 1, tier 2 teams and anything below.
Whoa. Oh. Sorry. Literally the first ban was a Naga. Go on.
Okay. No.
Go
yeah.
on.
Is that you have a lot of more refined strategies, the better the team you are. So Immortals, I think, has proven that they have a couple refined strategies, but once they get figured out, you're no longer catching them off guard, OpTic can adjust with a lot more, wider hero variants. And it's one of those things where it's not an individual thing, right? It's not like these players are more limited on Immortals. It's not just you having to know how to play your hero. It's a whole team understanding exactly what that hero does, how it works. It's it's not enough for 33 to play Brood perfectly. Zai has to know that as the Brood, he wants to be played around at level 6. But if your teammates don't know that, suddenly the efficacy of these heroes is just plummets. So
is that a word?
Is it? I think efficacy.
I know you're
is
trying to say effective, but
it is a word.
What? Mirana. BSJ, you yourself have been saying that might be the most powerful hero currently in this
and they
meta.
just go ET 100%.
You think?
You need counter initiation. Naga's already banned, and set up for the arrow. And ET's kind of been that you have the stomp into arrow combo. It's a laning duo. It's a game duo. It's good against Axe. I'd be shocked if they don't go ET right here.
Blitz, would you be shocked, or would you see another here? What about a Wind Ranger? We forgot about this young lady.
This is what
Are you shocked?
VGJ did.
I'm not shocked.
I'm not shocked, but I have to be wrong sometimes, right? But
sometimes,
yes.
not all the time.
I was surprised if they picked a different 4 more so, but I didn't think about the Drow in my idea of how they would approach this. I just feel like this is exactly what VGJ did, right? Where they second picked Drow. I think that was against Cole in the tiebreakers. And you're kind of well, now we have this Drow. It's going to get banned second round if you don't pick it now. And there's just so many heroes that work well with Drow, I feel in this patch. And as long as Drow's lane isn't a complete nightmare, Drow seems quite powerful right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Drow, this hero used to be, he was kind of, one of those Broods or Huskers. He used to be last picked a lot of the time. You're just oh, we have 4 intros. Whoa, Drow comes out of nowhere. All your lanes are a lot better. But now he actually feels like kind of a legit carry, or she feels like a legit carry, right? You don't see these games where Drow just falls behind and is useless. Pycat is sometimes top of the net worth when they pick it. Did anything change between now and, I think it was last TI?
I think it's the heroes that she pairs with. Okay. You can do this Tricore Mirana Wind Ranger, and it's really strong nowadays. And I think it really helps that Wind Ranger is such a viable hero in this meta. I think that the laning phase mattering more and more, and being able to get map control as soon as possible helps her move up the rankings as well. Because she helps you win the other lanes pretty easily. She provides a good amount of team fight. She makes your other core, whatever, because you want at least one other ranger, typically mid. You want your other core to just be very strong independently of you. It feels overall good. The gameplay, the game state right now matches it pretty well.
I think PPD's bans speak a lot about his knowledge of Drow. I feel like their last ban is inevitably going to be Broodmother, and you just have to there's just certain heroes that a Drow lineup cannot deal with. We saw one Drow lineup, I don't remember what game it was, but they lost to a Prophet. I think OpTic actually did it to somebody where they had this 5-position Prophet, and the Drow just lost her lane because she can't handle the treants from the 5 position.
Peter's feeling himself. He has done
He knows
instant
exactly
picks
what he
every
wants.
time. Yeah, even Immortals though, right? This is very quick picks from both teams, and there comes the Void from this. You don't like Void?
I don't think Void's good against Drow.
Why
Because
not?
like you miss one Chrono, or even if you use Chrono and get 2 kills, you're gonna lose like 2 towers by the time you have Chrono again.
Because you just go again.
Yeah, you just say reset, reload, go again.
Is that the big like? Is that another big thing about dry lineups? Like you talked about Mirana, Windranger. They're all low cooldowns, right? Like you
Yeah.
never have a high cooldown on the team. Okay.
I'm
It's
still
like
so shocked if they don't pick ET.
yeah. It was before when you would pick Tidehunter lineups, you would just counter with Drow because the speed of the game. Like
Oh yeah.
if Tide hits a big Ravage, it doesn't really matter because if you whiff it, the game ends, and if you hit a big one, you just march down the lane and go for it again, and then Tide's a useless hero.
Well, OpTic Gaming, a little less confident with this pick. You like the Elder Titan. I like it as well. Are there any other here, like 4 heroes here, that really make sense in this lineup?
Not to me personally, but I'm always ready to learn. I just feel like counter initiation and like lane, like a beefy hero. Every Drow lineup needs some beefy hero.
Yeah.
And
Let's
they don't have
all
that
in,
yet.
venge it up.
Damn.
I think
son. What about
DK is actually
Beastmaster?
DK is really good for them as well.
I think they were gonna last pick that if
Yeah.
it doesn't get banned.
I think
mean,
DK
we've
they
seen
might
it.
take now because it's like by far they need a beefy hero, and if they take it in a core role, it's even more effective. And I think DK can actually just go hood and still do plenty of damage this game.
Yeah.
Don't you want a BKB?
Yeah, I just feel like first items may be a little bit rough. But actually, I guess if you just go like Soul Ring, Blink BKB or something,
that's what-
that would be fine with me too.
So you don't really need damage.
You get what plus 60 from the Drow,
Yeah,
and you're
at
in
that
dragon
point,
form.
yeah.
You're doing a lot of damage. You didn't have to do very much.
It's a hero that doesn't lose its lane, so you can kind of prioritize the other 2 lanes as well.
And it's funny, right? I know you talked about how like Resolution used to not want Drow. I'm sure every other Peter suggests Drow, and if Pyket didn't want to play it, CCNC's like, yeah, that's a great hero because he doesn't have to play the Drow, but he
Yeah.
gets the benefits of that Drow.
Everybody
being played,
loves a
yeah.
Drow on your team, just
Except
like
the
Crystal
Drow,
Maiden.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
everyone loves playing with the Crystal Maiden, except for
not
the
playing
person
it.
playing the Crystal Maiden.
Oh well,
Wow,
guys.
there's the beefy hero, but
But-
that's not exactly how I thought they'd
Okay,
go.
what about we talked about Tidehunter versus the Drow lineup? Why do they take Tidehunter with just because it's beefy? It can't be the only reason.
What do you think, Blitz? I don't 100% understand why they take this over other heroes.
I think that you can put it against like the Sky Axe with like the Witch Doctor or something. I don't see a way they can kill him very easily. The Anchor Smash is super value against both the cores.
And I guess, right, they have a Void Warlock. If you just use a Tidehunter ulti, you're using 2-for-1 ultis, and that Tidehunter ulti can, right, just turn around the fight even harder than maybe both those ults.
They just don't have like
not
immediate
bad.
follow-up to the Tidehunter ulti. Is like,
The Gush is really nice here too. When you have this much physical
That's
damage,
that's true.
it's super value.
Do you think it's a 4 Marana, or do you think it's going to be a last pick?
It
four
has to.
I think
position?
it's going to be a mid Marana.
It has to be a Cormoran. It doesn't have to. Pardon
They
me,
did
but
do support. What was it on Z Freak? But I think
Yeah.
that was
that was to counter a
Yeah, the
Chen.
Chen.
It was like a one-off.
Depending on what position they go, I'll still be surprised if ET or DK do not get picked here.
yeah.
Like if it's a 4 Marana, I think it's DK. If it's a 3 Marana, I think it's ET.
And we see Immortals.
Or 2
They
Marana, sorry.
they believe it's a Cormoran. They ban out the Clockwork.
You know, it'd be funny if Misery used to have this idea that you play like 4 Tide and then you just level Gush and just like Gush.
OpTic did that with 30. This was when Zai was still offlane and 33 played Tide. He did that. It was like the 3-1-1 build with Gush.
Yeah,
They've
LFY I
done
think
it.
did it too.
Yeah, they've done
Somebody
it.
like LFY.
That's your theory craft to beat the Skywrath.
Just
There's
Gush.
the Gush and
Gush.
right click him.
What does he
Alright.
do? Is it just bile in his mouth?
I
Is
think
it
he,
like water
builds
plus
it up.
bile?
What's the lore? Have you read up? Have you read up
No,
on
that's
this one?
like I know my lore, but I don't
Yeah.
think they give you the Gush lore. I assume, right? Yeah, it's build up plus water, right? Because he likes swimming a little.
Yeah.
He likes chilling in the river.
Where
It
does he
doesn't look
get all
like he
that water
brushes his
from?
teeth though, so it probably smells pretty bad too. That might be the negative armor effect.
Smart.
Lower your defenses.
Corrosive breath. Well, let's see. Whoa. It is a support Tide then, I think.
It could
It
be a
has to
4.
be.
We've seen 4 Enigma though. We've actually seen 4 Enigma before.
What is it?
I don't remember who ran it. It was really good though.
Well, what do you? I
You
think
do
it's
like
a
a
four
you
Tide.
do like a
What do
dual
you-
off lane with like Enigma where you deny the range.
What? I'm like I felt
I'm
like
dead serious
PPD.
that I saw
no,
before.
I know. I'm just thinking more like OpTic. Like I love their first 3 picks.
The
And
last
then
two
like
kinda
it
threw a
felt like
curveball.
it felt like they were already not winning the draft, but they had a good draft, and then they throw a wrench. I'm excited to see what happens, but now if you're Immortals, you don't know what the hell is going on, right?
I
You're
feel like
what?
Odusa.
It's super likely that that's a mid Mirana.
Yeah, I think it's support tied. I do.
I think it's a poor tight as well.
I think it's going to be Zide 33,
Zide
right?
Enigma,
in the
I'm
same
ready.
lane either way. So
Zide Enigma.
I think Tidehunter Enigma, they just lane together. Who cares who gets
Isn't
farmed?
Zai supposed to be like the best Enigma?
I mean,
Last pick Rubik just for the sake of
he?
stealing all these ults.
I think Zai's good. I would still say Tavo is the best Enigma from what we've seen in the past year. Guy was
Wasn't he
nasty
really
with
good
it.
at it in Han or something?
I think
can't
so.
remember.
I don't know what that game
I didn't
is,
play
but
Han.
yeah.
But the thing about OpTic's lineup now is they have the dangle and they have the tangle. They
Yep,
have the
and they
Tide
have
Hunter
the
for the
BSJ
dangle.
getting beat up right now. If he says that one more time, just kidding. Now they, man, but now so we talked about how good Drow lineups are because you just march down a lane with low cooldowns. They have two pretty high cooldowns.
Yeah. But the Eidolons are now a lot
Low.
stronger.
True.
The damage that they get is pretty insane too.
Blitz, you sly dog.
I'm just like, you heard me talking about this draft. I have no idea if I'm Immortals what the heck's happening
Oh,
right
I
now.
like this.
I don't mind it. It's a little slow, but
Middle. And so middle Zeus versus middle Mirana.
is there a chance because it's a Zeus that you put Pycat mid? Like, just say, like, Zeus doesn't win the lane, we're going to put our Drow mid. Because, like, Mirana's more independent. It is a Zai
I
Enigma.
don't think you could. It's not like you're afraid of any ganks, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're the Drow, like a Skywrath comes middle, as long as you're not super low, you're gonna be fine. They could do. I like that, but
Usually you don't want to put Drow mid because she, like, loses. But against Zeus, I don't think it's that bad.
so whoever's in this Tidehunter Enigma lane, if that's how they do it, that seems like it could be hell. Is that hell?
That, I mean, it's basically a Lich that has summons.
Yeah.
So it's quite annoying to deal with as a carry player. You're getting automatically about 1/4 of your wave denied every wave. And then on top of that, like the wave automatically pushes into their tower. So you have to secure your pull camp. I think the pull camp top's going to be a pretty big deal. Void's a good hero with dealing with that kind of lane, but it doesn't mean you deal with it,
Yeah,
but you don't win.
And even then, you're probably not used to this lane. So Blitz, before we send you off, is PPD, is he going to TI, or is Immortals taking this to a game 3?
Let's see my boy Zai at TI.
All right, so Blitz, he's going with OpTic. They're a little bit, I would honestly say a little bit strange draft, as we see smoked up, Tide plus Enigma heading on down there. Top, it's just going to be PPD and Pygat, so it doesn't look like they are going to do the middle. They're just going to go with their normal lanes. I mean, I'm going to be watching a lot of this bottom lane, because I'm interested to see what the Enigma and Tide, do they just push you into your tower? Is that what they do?
No, they pull it back
pull it
first,
back?
and then they rubber band the lane back into your tower. It's generally how the best way
when
to
you get
approach it.
okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
The way I look at this draft from OpTic is like, oh, I love the taunt from Enigma, is that I didn't understand where they were going with it. Like, I didn't see this happening, so I have to believe that Immortals was caught off guard a bit too. Like, who thought last two picks coming tied Enigma, right? They've never ran anything like this in the recent past, and it's quite like a different take on the Drow Ranger strat, and I think it's gonna overall catch them off guard as well. Like, they're just playing against stuff you're not used to playing against is absolutely a factor.
Yeah.
Like, it's something where you're just like, yeah, like this lane might go decently for us, but I haven't played this matchup in 3 months or something.
Especially when you lose this game, you're done for the season, right? This is
Yeah.
the Dota season. Like, you're just absolutely done. The pressure we talked about building. You don't want to have pressure, but there's no way they don't, right? If you were in this situation, there's definitely a heavy weight on your shoulders.
Immortals does get 3 runes, so that's a decent start for them.
Peter will take 1, but yeah, 3-for-1 rune exchange. And now let's see what
They're
does
going to cut the
happen.
wave top, I think, is most notably. They're going to make the Drow TP.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, he already has to TP.
Oh, so PPD, that is going to be a 2-on-2. Will they do anything? Doesn't look like it. Just the TP coming out. And that means middle. It is Zeus versus Mirana. So Mirana, obviously, better attack animation. Less base damage, actually, even with the Drow aura, but you're versus that lightning bolt as well. This is just a different matchup, especially at level 1.
Yeah, Zeus is a little bit different of a hero now just because they buffed up they weakened his spells and then buffed up his right-click damage.
Yep. Nice deny there by CCNC. With that Drow aura, obviously, get a little bit of that bonus damage. You're feeling good. And then bottom lane, that's the crazy one. We see him.
It should
pulling
just be a
back the
trade
wave.
where OpTic kind of wins just because they deny a creep every wave.
Yeah. And look, they're going to try to kill these Eidolons. They did get 2 of them. Zai tried to deny, but couldn't quite get it. And now it feels like they are going to be pretty calm lanes, though, in general. Even though they're crazy, I don't think we're going to see too much action bottom, right?
Yeah.
Like at all.
There doesn't seem to be much like aggressive potential between either two teams. I think the only aggressive potential is top from Immortals, but then you just have this Witch Doctor who level 1 heal. So like all this harass is pretty much mitigated on both heroes. And Febby, is he going to be doing that like suicide?
He is, right.
Yeah,
I think you have to. And what do we have? So PPD starting him. He has a Clarity and 2 Mangoes. He doesn't care. He's ready to heal through even more of it. We do see the Battle Hunger and then just running a Pycat, zoning him out of the lane. Even with that heal, you still got to be worried. You right-click him back, you get 2 spins, all of a sudden that lane turns around.
Yeah, but Drow, like a hero that traditionally suffers in lane, but with this Witch Doctor, he's he's not happy.
Look at this. Oh, he eats it. Sorry, Dubu blocked him in with the wave, and then he ate through the tree, so 33 will get out. But middle lane, MP is getting harassed pretty hard. But it is 9-4 versus 5-2. Ooh, the leap forward. No arrow, just does a turn around.
That's an interesting choice.
Do you like? It seems like Zeus kind of wants to stand close to the creeps to last hit without arc, so you're fine. Maybe double Star Storm kind of thing.
Yeah, it's also like helps push the wave into the tower, which a lot of mid laners seem to be favoring. You just make the AI CS under tower, limits their aggressive potential, and it's also making them miss a couple CS under tower.
Yep, like that.
Like that one.
Last hitting under a tower with Zeus is like the worst feeling.
Yep.
Febby does suicide. Febby, I'm not gonna look at the suicide. We know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's just gonna continuously do that. And you do that, as you know, you do give gold to the other team,
XP.
but yeah, you don't give XP, and you're not. If you die to neutrals, you're dead for 20 seconds at like level 1 or 2.
It's 26, I believe.
It's
Yeah, it's just a long. He's basically saying I'm willing to give the enemy team 125 gold
to win the lane.
Yeah, to not be dead for an extra 20
Or,
seconds.
to not lose the lane more. So yeah.
That's like 3 creeps, so that's probably worth it.
Oh. And so we see pretty passive lanes coming out. Zai does have a double damage. He's gonna throw out a level 1 stun.
Might be a dive top, but they're actually. This is a really odd choice. They double up the creep wave, and then they just let Pycat farm under tower. Usually, you run at them.
Because Drow doesn't have the best attack animation. It would be hard for her to last in his tower, but
and he's slow,
gonna get it.
so that's an interesting choice. They are pulling the big camp, which they miss on Febby, so Drow's just going to get free levels underneath tower, and as a carry player, you love to see that.
Oh, and Peter even steals one of the little small creeps. But here we go. They're going to go for the dive. Concussive shot slows down. Level 2 Battle Hunger. A ton of damage. Even with that, is going to use the stick. Casket will not bounce to Febby. This looks like it should be a kill. It will be. Velo with the smacks to the face.
Your Drow just got free levels underneath tower. Yeah, he's low, but the Witch Doctor's probably going to TP in with a salve.
Do you concussive shot get a kill here?
Yeah, you do, actually. He took way too much.
Oh,
the
he
stick.
sticks, and now he's getting, but there's more. If he somehow gets this kill, it looks like he will. Pycat, maybe with a pretty big mistake. Now, well, BSJ, we just saw, they just played their lane at the 3rd dimension right there.
Yeah, still not even terrible, but not good for Pycat. Like, the fact that you got so many levels on Drow is acceptable, but yeah, that death was a little bit sloppy from Pycat there.
Yeah, we saw he just tanked up creeps under the tower. I mean, he wanted to get every last hit. He's like, wait, this is free farm, but he tanks a lot of damage, and then nice use of concussive shot, and then just running after him.
Yeah, the awkward animation on Drow makes it so you do take a lot more damage than a lot of other heroes.
Velo's doing it again. He's just pulling all the creeps back. Won't pull it to the small camp this time.
I'm so surprised how they're content to just like cut wave and trade, because Drow's a hero that I feel like they could be very aggressive on.
Yep. We do talk about like Axe, right? Wasn't good in that game yesterday. Like, who does he blow up? Axe jumping on top of Drow Ranger is always good in this game, right?
Oh yeah, I know he's got some solid targets between the Mirana and the Axe, and Mirana and the Drow. But not only that, he also has follow-up on his team with the Skywrath Mage and Zeus. And the other game, it wasn't just that he wasn't many targets to go on. If you remember, they had like no burst damage, so nobody was dying in a call.
That's 4 bounty runes, by the way, for Dire. Like, it looked like Velo was setting up to take. He killed all the creeps plus a jungle camp, and he was going to take the rune after. But Peter followed him the whole way there, and well, that gives away a lot of gold to these teams who were kind of struggling under the tower.
So this game is basically OpTic getting a lot of these early game items with the Helm of the Dominator coming out on Tidehunter, Drow just getting level 6, and then they're gonna basically be on a clock to take objectives. And Immortals, they have to get kills to stop the objectives. So we're gonna be watching this first Chronos, these aggressive plays. The Mirana ulti actually saving them top though.
Yep, they dive under that Battle Hunger.
But it's kind of, they're on the clock on OpTic, even though they have all these big teamfight ults. I think Immortals' lineup still scales better because of the Zeus pick. Really nullifies like the Enigma's late game impact, just because you'll always see him.
Yeah. Now, people don't talk about, like, Arrow will fly out. He will get the double damage. Gets the haste rune. He's going to leap forward. That's a double leap. No Starstorm yet. Eats the mango. Now it will. This is a kill on him. He doesn't even want to use mana. CC with the greed. Top lane. They do kill Pycat. Now they're going to go after Peter, and this is broke-ass Peter trying to run away. No boots, only a stick. He will get a 3-stick charge up, if not a 4. He does. He will go down, and, well, you probably want that on Velo, but you're just happy you get the kills. But middle lane, dude, the triple lead didn't use Starstorm, gets the kill, and now he's going to be dominating. 34-12 versus 27-5. I'm just surprised Zeus has 5 denies first off, but
It's actually possible to get denies on Zeus nowadays because you don't right-click for, kittens damage.
yeah.
But they do have this Void Chrono at all stages of the game against the Enigma, so it's not like you have to worry about like a BKB Enigma.
Uh-oh. Well, they might have to worry because he
actually.
leaped in, and, dude, the Helm of the Dominator creep comes in. He might somehow survive. He takes off a little bit of damage, but more so gets away. Now Dubu says hello, throws out the heal. Now Dubu might die instead. Do we have another clap? Sure do. Clap it like Nicki Minaj he does. Gets the kill.
Top lane as well, getting gone on, does TP out, but doesn't get the double Starfall, so
Damn.
barely out of range for that.
Survives, and look at that. Not a bad start for, I mean, you lose Dubu right there, but Ryoya lives, and you're getting closer to that level 6. The problem is he's 26-3. He doesn't have Treads or an Aquila yet. He is struggling.
And the Helm of the Dominator is just going to create pressure. It's going to make it so this lane's always pushed into his tower, and then if it's always pushed into your tower, that means that at any given point, the opponent can just wrap with like the Mirana or even just a Witch Doctor and gank you. It's just not a position you want to particularly be in. You don't have any threat on this Tidehunter, and I like that Enigma knows that, so he just goes to the jungle, increasing their efficiency.
Yeah, can you?
Like, what do you do to Tide?
You actually don't, right? Unless you rotate. We've seen, 4 hero rotations, you get a kill, push a tower, but I don't even know if that's possible. And like, you might kill a Tide, but you're definitely not killing that tower with these heroes.
Tide used to be picked as like a big Ravage hero, but the way that Tide has a good Tide game in this new meta is that you just are able to walk up to a lane like this and not be afraid of dying.
Yep.
And that's what makes Tide like a good pick, as opposed to in the past he was like that wombo combo hero. So they don't have a way to reliably kill Tide until this Axe blink, which is not going to come off the line for a while.
Top lane. We do have an illusion room pop by CCNC who TP'd in. Will he have to go for a YOLO air to get this kill? Looks like he might just get away, and that is
no
waste
leaps
to
on
TP.
Mirana. Yeah, that was an odd choice to TP when you have no leaps.
And so that means this top lane is, bottom lane's obviously going good for OpTic, but top lane, they're doing pretty damn decent on the side of Immortals right now. Axe is almost the most farmed in the game. He is number 2 right behind that Mirana. And Zeus, number 5, struggling, but Zeus is a hero who, he likes farming heroes a little bit. So
yeah,
we'll wait till there's fights.
This game's absolutely like any team's game at this point. But the problem is OpTic's lineup just is going to naturally come online so much faster than Immortals. So I feel like even though it's even or a little bit favored for Immortals right now, the most crucial moment's going to be in like the next 10 minutes how many objectives they lose. Because if they can maintain all at least most of their towers and prevent OpTic from grouping up for Roche, they're going to be in a good spot. But that's a lot. That's like a tall task, That's asking them a lot. So
well, 33 rotates middle, and good positioning by MP Scouts. He's going all the way from bottom to top. It looks like 33 not wanting to use a TP. Yeah, sure, I'll just wander up here.
You also have the natural pipe builder in the Tide against the Zeus, an item you always have to build.
All right, well, Velo's in trouble. Is this going to be our first Ravage here? We're going to see Moonlight Shadows take us. A Silence goes out. Dodges concussive with it. They're just going to right-click. They don't need to use the Ravage. He's going to call, take a little bit, goes for the Battle Hunger, not enough. And 33 just wandered
bottom lane
all
as
the
well,
way.
the black hole.
Gets the kill. Ryoya goes down. And, well, we talk about taking towers. Guess what? We're about to have level 3 Eidolons plus the Drought Aura Mirana.
So what happens is the lane's always pushed into your tower, Grant, and then eventually a Mirana shows up and you die.
Yep.
And I'm talking from personal experience. It's just something that when you play against these teams, you don't know when it's coming because the lanes looked like that for the last 4 minutes. So you're just like, well, I'm just sitting here farming under tower. OpTic conveniently uses Mirana ulti to get 2 kills separately around the map. But if you look at it from Void's perspective, he's been doing the same thing for the last 4 minutes, and suddenly you just get ganked and die. Yep. And it was really good rotation because he waited for Xi 6.
Yep. By the way, 2 for 2 bounty rune exchange. But
it's always important.
One team had a bottle, so they get a little bit more out of the bounty rune. It's not that much, but 33, he's just gonna get run out right now. Pycat denies the top tower, so a nice bit of team gold getting denied from Immortals.
Bottom.
He is. Will Doob? It's a level 4 Doob. Doobu's dead.
But with him dying, that pretty much means free tower for OpTic. Obviously, he wasn't going to do a great job defending it, but no, it looks like they actually plan to fight this. They TP the Sky in. That means they're definitely going to do something about this. Void walked top, so he has a TP with Chrono.
But no
But what follow-up do you have? You only have level 5 on the Skywrath Mage.
This is dead.
So this is a waste of a lot of... I mean, they're TPing. They tomed up on Dubu, so he has level 6. He's going to smoke with the Void. They're going to plan to fight after that tower.
They think, right, maybe they think this lane is not completely dead yet. Will they find somebody? Pycat is sticking around.
They're going to get a kill, but I think...
Zai's in good positioning here, and he's just going to run away, possibly? No, he's still in lane. All right, you are the chosen one, Zai. Goes for it. Chrono comes out. In comes some damage. They don't even use the Skywrath ulti.
They didn't,
Somehow
they didn't
Dubu
have it,
gets
yeah.
in. Oh, didn't even have it. All right, well, don't need it. They get the kill. Zai goes down 259.
But that's a smoke, a Chrono, and you lost a tower. So that's like a nice consolation prize, but by no means is that particularly good for Immortals.
Maelstrom on Immortals. You like that? We've been seeing a lot of just straight MKBs. Is that only versus certain hero matchups?
Yeah, I think like any Solar Crest builders or Wind Ranger, we've been seeing it a lot against. It was against like a Brewmaster and a Wind Ranger earlier, so that's like double the value. I think that was in the EU finals.
Yeah, it was the one game Wind and Rain won, I believe.
But 33 is kind of taking the back seat as like a 4-position tied to this Enigma. Yeah,
I think they know he's here.
Yeah.
They sure do. He's got no. Guess what? He's tossing a rock. He's tossing a coconut. The double stuns. Gonna be enough, and see you later, Velo. You're gonna go down. Peter will get the kill, and now Tide's level 9 takes the tome.
When you have no Chrono and you showed 3 heroes bottom, even though it was like 30 seconds ago, it's one of those things that OpTic does where they know that if they find you, they don't know if they are, but if they find you, you're alone because of the information revealed bottom. So they're even though Axe is like this very tanky, potentially threatening hero, he's not so threatening when they have no Chrono and they have no heroes there, and they know that. So that's a really good play by OpTic to recognize, like, we're going to look for him, look for all the nooks and crannies. Maybe he's hiding in some trees, and he's dead if we find him. And they're going to smoke up to the top lane.
Let's see. They won't.
Still haven't used
the
Ravage.
Scan will. I mean, obviously, Immortals doesn't know who's there, what's there. They know at least one hero's there. People think of Scan as like, you know, they see it, they're like, they got the Scan, they know where everyone's at. You don't know how many. BSJ, is it 5 heroes, 1 hero?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to assume anyone who's not showing is there. That's what you have to play like.
Uh-oh, Peter. He was going for a ward. He's going to throw out a stun. Oh, my goodness.
He's
MP,
dead.
is he not yet? Now he has concussive. Will come up. Oh,
he waited for the chaos. I like that.
Top lane. Warlock Rock goes down. Velo will get ravaged up. It looks like they will just right-click him down, though.
Zeus is going to clean up.
33. He's trying to get away, but it won't work. Dubu gets the kill. MP in a little bit of trouble. The Ford gets the kill, but now CCNC's in trouble. The right click's flying. Febby has one more bolt. Oh, the sentry goes down, but he's just going to run away. He's still busy. Is he dead? Sure looks like it. And does go down. Dubu gets the kill. Dubu's rich as hell now.
And it gets the D ward as well. And they defend the tower, and meanwhile, Void's farming. So all that's actually very good for Immortals.
Yep, that's what the big thing is. So your Warlock used Rock, but their Tide used Ravage. You just 1-for-1 traded those big cooldowns, and you're probably happy with that, because as you said, Rioya's farming.
He needs a lot of items on Void, so having that extra little bit of space where he doesn't actually have to do anything, it's nice not only that they stopped the objective, but he wasn't a part of it. He didn't spend the time farming or stopping the objective being there. Instead, he was just hitting creeps, which is really important for Void.
So I know you're not necessarily a Zeus player, but what does he go? He's got the Aether Lens. Do you go something like Kaya Ags or what?
That is not Peel or Slark.
Yeah.
But I feel like you just need to sit in the back and dish out deeps. I wouldn't mind one survivability item.
And he has 4, so
which,
it looks like.
4-staff, Yules, Blink, anything like that. So, a lot of Zeuses tend to skip it, though. Like, they tend to skip going for anything other than just damage or team fight.
Don't you usually see Blink? Or no, Blink's decent, right?
I'm saying I almost always see, like, Ether Ags and then maybe an item like that. So that's why I think he's got them both queued up, is he's kind of debating between how the pace of the game goes.
They're smoked
This
up.
is a death on Enigma.
It is. See you later. Gets the Skywrath ulti. Raindrop will tank a little bit up. They even used the Zeus ulti to help, and I'm sure they actually wanted Rioya or MP to get that kill, but Febby says, nah.
PPD
I'll get
coming
it.
in
Top
for some
lane.
more.
He is going in for more. Uh-oh, Peter.
Oh, the arrow, too, onto the Skywrath, but I don't think Murano wants to follow up on that. No Zeus ulti. Oh, misses barely. Is it? Oh, my God, he is dead.
Oh, well, I wish I was looking. I was looking at Dubu was just upheaving nothing.
The
like,
Warlock heal was enough to out damage the heal of the war.
Let's do some math here. 35 damage over 12 seconds. The heal, level 1, 8 mana percent for 16 heal. Yeah, that's 19.
Yeah. Magic
Plus,
resistance, it's like 10.
Yeah,
so
like 12, I believe. But
yeah.
Still, it's enough, and that I'm not the biggest kill, but a kill's a kill. And Dubu, man, Dubu, what is he looking at? He's almost got an urn and arcane boots already. He's pretty damn farmed.
They're Marana ulti though, looking to make something happen.
Bottom lane. How do they get this kill? They need a decent arrow, but look at this. They've already pushed it, and he's just back.
He knows he's in the dead lane. He's out.
Yep. I'm surprised he's been down here this long. Are they going to try to still get him? They're running, but no blink on Enigma. You rarely see blink nowadays, so.
So the idea of the lane is that if you're in your own safe lane, that means you're not looking to make plays, other than maybe ganking the guy that's pushing your tower. So the rest of his team is the ones that actually want to make plays. So by Void being down here, it's kind of nice because he's survivable, and he's not wanting to make plays. He just wants to hit creeps. So he lets the rest of his team play on the other half of the map.
Ooh, Immortals, they get a blink on Axe. Immortals, they're looking to get some decent item timings and just ulti timings, right? Because now the Warlock Rock is back up. Is there a chance you just 5-man lane, or you just can't do that?
I think you have to wait. You can't possibly push your own objectives. You have like no natural way of taking towers with Zeus, Void
until the late game, right?
Yeah.
That actually is rough.
So they can only counterplay whatever OpTic's doing.
Bottom
so
lane.
OpTic is clearly revealing their hand bottom. Axe has shown his blink.
Yep. The Stomp Centaur trying to, keep him away from here. But 33, it doesn't look like he's scared at all. He has the medallion as well as
no chrono for 15. That's important. They're trying to stall it out until that happens, but.
Oh, arrow will completely whiff. Will they even get a tower deny? It looks like he might go for it. Oh, he blinks forward into the front. Malphus comes out, hits on Velo. We're going to see concussive shot go 33, cast ulti. It hits onto 3 of on the backside. Velo's already dead. They're going to look for Dubu, and that minus armor from Gush. In comes the ward from Peter, hits twice.
Void TP'd in behind, but.
Let's see what he can do. Well, see ya.
Yeah, I mean, his team was already dead. Axe missed the initiation, and that's the problem I see with Immortals lineup is it just feels more difficult to take fights. Despite having all these like team fight ultimates, I think you still need to start the fights with Axe, and your Axe against a bunch of ranged heroes. So it's very easy for OpTic to separate.
You can't get like
multiple.
You have blink to get to the back lines, but can you even get close enough to blink to the back lines?
You have to go through this Tide Hunter. You have to go through Enigma. It just doesn't feel easy.
And I like this, right? Even though you used your Ravage, you still know your black hole's up. You have that kind of, safety net for these big ultimates right now.
Yep.
We have not, we've seen one black hole bottom to kill Ryoya, but that's it. And now, they have the Ogre, Helm of the Dominator creep. 33 is sitting at 23 armor already, just running at you at 18 minutes in. Jeez Louise. Drow as well, a high, right? That's the best part about marksmanship, is it gives you agility, so it gives you armor. Drow's at 29, almost 30 armor.
Yeah, it's also nice nowadays for the movement speed for your farm. Drow traditionally, like, main limitation on farming was being able to walk places.
Oh, because he killed.
Yeah, I've done that. The golems, reset their aggro whenever you kill them.
All right, well, the moonlight is over us. Will we find a kill on OpTic? Yeah, he's not looking good. It's not like Smoke doesn't break. He does get the blink up. Is he going to go over? Febby actually slows one down. They can't find him. Oh, the arrow flies. Takes a nice angle on Velo. Do we have another stun up? Not for 9 seconds from Witch Doctor. Velo, blinking 4. He could Gush cancel, but no, they get out. Not a smoke gank, but it is a Moonlight Shadow gank that is pretty much thwarted. Oh, look at this. The Ogre Frostmage. He dodges. This little dude just juking and jiving. That's 200 gold.
The main thing about that tower push bottom was that Immortals wasn't getting anything done while OpTic took that tower. So not only did OpTic, they committed 5 heroes to get the tower, but Void wasn't, farming or anything. So none of the acceleration on Immortals was happening for their timings. Zeus is going what appears to be the 4-staff.
All right.
So just a little bit of mobility helping him position against these heroes. It's quite hard to play Zeus when you 355 move speed and there's all these spells like Ravage, Arrow, Enigma.
So 2 towers, quote-unquote, taken by Immortals, but both have been denied, so a lot of team gold just missing. Cask flying on MP. Didn't even commit the 4-stab yet. And look at this, the upheaval.
The Drow on the Eidolons. They hit for 108. And that's basic damage, not hero damage. So basic damage does 70% tower damage, while hero damage is only 50%. So it's more like a hero that hits for 150. That's how it works, the math on that. So each Eidolon is a 150 damage hero hitting the tower.
Damn.
Which is, ridiculous.
So if you're Avenge, and you see PPD hitting the towers of Witch Doctor and Eidolon hitting the tower, you're stunning that Eidolon.
Yes.
Okay. Or Peter.
If
Come
you're
on, don't
trying
do
to-
Peter like that.
If you're trying to D-push, then
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, take that, Eidolon. Peter's just there like, you're not going to kill me? Nah, you ain't worth it. You ain't nothing to us. Well, bottom, Ryoya is there. Zai's here as well. Is he just going to black hole him? He looked like he wanted to. He's still moving. He's going to break down the trees. We once again are going to see the Moonlight go, but top lane, another Ravage coming out. Velo is just spinning. Oh my goodness, the double Starstorm goes out. Now MP's dead. CCNC with the BKB is just striking. In comes the Chrono. Will it be enough to kill CCNC? Leap up. Nothing's going to happen, so a 2-for-1. But Warlock Rock committed. Same with Ravage.
That
But that's
CCNC
two
is
cores.
a huge kill, though. Even if, like, overall, that's definitely bad for Immortals because they committed so much. But, I mean, you saw Zeus die almost instantly.
Like 3-shot it, yeah.
He took the XP gain over the armor, and so he has 4 armor against a Mirana with Drow Aura.
Don't you-
Without
you
Drow
always
Aura,
do,
he hits for
right?
180.
I don't think I've ever
I
seen
don't play
armor.
Zeus, so
I don't think I've ever seen armor, right? Being able to, like,
get that level 20,
Just
25
so
talent's
crazy,
pretty
yeah.
insane, yeah.
the fact, yeah, what were the crazy talents? Movement speed talents, those really high ones. Remember how good they were at
Yeah.
first? And now it feels like EXP gain talents they're kind of rare. So anyone who gets it just takes
Yeah,
them.
the Warlock most notable
this
one we
guy.
see is the 60% XP gain at level 15.
Yeah.
They are, were they smoked?
Oh,
no,
Roche.
they're just taking Roche.
Here we go. And Tide actually has one at 15, but he takes the 25% anchor smash damage reduction. He just wants to run in and be a bother, as Winnie the Pooh would say.
Be a bother.
I don't know what that accent was. Then it didn't sound like
Have
Winnie
you
the Pooh,
seen
but
Have you seen that Harry Potter Puppet Pals?
no.
Oh, well then that's why you don't get it.
I guess I'm just not dank enough right now.
Yeah, that was one of those like when you were like when I was in middle school, one
Yeah.
of those online videos that
Oh,
you just thought
okay.
was so funny because
And then you watch it now and you're like,
Oh my God,
what have I done?
what was wrong with me?
Well, they get Roche pretty easily. Now, this Mirana, because you got the Drow behind you, guess what? You only have 1 damage item, but now that BKB, it's plus 24 damage. People forget about that. Like, it's not a damage item, but it still gives you some. It's
Yeah.
not terrible. Now you have the Drow aura as well.
I mean, if you have Drow Aura, you just need to be able to hit people. You don't really need damage items to deal damage. Obviously, you're still going to build damage, but the BKB just enables it.
You
He just
like-
gets Sky with Mage Silence and dies if he doesn't
Do you
have
like
one.
this? Blink Dagger next from Mirana. You talked about just being able to survive
I don't know about
that's
that.
different. You don't
I
like
feel
it?
like I'd rather just see like a Dragon Lance personally, but I don't hate the Blink Dagger by any means just because he has so much stuff that he can follow up.
Yep.
And he doesn't want to be revealing himself against an axe, so it lets you position a lot farther back.
But you got 3 leaps.
Yeah.
you
that's what
wanna
I mean.
save him,
Yeah, it's like I see why he wants it.
But you wouldn't personally.
I probably wouldn't get it myself.
That's why Dota's a great game, right?
Yep.
There's different ideas when different Dota games.
And that's also why he's here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Possibly qualifying for TI Immortals. They need this game. And MP, he's got his point booster he wants. I mean, once that Nimbus comes out, it feels like a real game changer because it's like
It is.
it's a better version of his ultimate already. And then you get the talents as well, right? The level 20. I've seen cooldown reduction taken, but the mini stun this game, is that too
Apparently,
valuable?
cooldown reduction affects the like how often the Nimbus hits,
Okay.
which I did not know.
A 0.5 mini stun. That's one of
It's
those I've
close.
heard actually. I was one of those guys like, if you don't go mini stun, you're dumb, everyone here is dumb. And then like, I know someone did the math, I'm like, oh, cooldown reduction's good. You guys are smart. Well, smoke gank coming from the Dire side.
Yeah, Tide. This is what I was talking about even early on in the game. Tide is such a good hero this game simply because he just walks down a lane, has no cares. He can show. It doesn't reveal anything to Immortals. Like the information's like, we just see this Tide. What does that tell us? It's a
Ooh.
Tide. That's what it tells us.
And here we go. From
And they
the
can make
moonlight
plays
we
elsewhere. He might be dead on Sky. We'll see.
We're going to find out.
He's actually going for an Acceptor, which is a ton of damage.
Yep.
And he's only 800 gold off. But he has 2 armor. So he will get 4-shotted by
Yeah, but
Mirana.
hey, at least if you're defending a tower, you get the +3.
That is true. More
Plus
than
3
doubling.
this
That's
late.
the value. I mean, if you buy armor items, that 3 percentage-wise goes down heavily.
Yep. And we're percentage-based gamers here.
Yes.
And look at this. This is one of those things. Those Eidolons, they get melted by MP. And that Aether Lens arc lightning range, it's pretty good at defending towers.
Immortals TP'd all their heroes to base, and it was scouted out by this Helm of the Dominator creep top. So they know for a fact all the heroes on Immortals are in their base. So they just say, we know you're there. You're not getting anything on the map. No reason to force an objective.
He
And we're
pulls
just
the
gonna-
creeps, too.
Yep. That's all there is to it.
Wait, is he
Pycat
gonna-
farming with a Blink Dagger of his own, something we did not mention or see.
All right. I think for Drow, that's it feels like they almost don't even want to take team fights, even though they have Black Hole and Ravage, right? They just want to sit in the back. You use Ravage, and then we decommit. It's like not an aggressive Blink
Something
dagger.
we've seen this patch is the team that's ahead at this stage in the game. If you don't die, you win because you're farming more of the map, the bounty runes. It just pays to not go for ballsy plays in the current patch.
Yep, and we check.
That's kind of sad. You like to say the playing to win rather than not playing to lose. But the fact is, if you're ahead in this meta, it's just better to play not to lose.
Yep. And you see Mirana has finished up the Mjolnir with that BKB. We see Zai already has the Guardian Greaves, and there's a Blink coming up for Tidehunter very shortly here. On the other side, almost Axe, you said, on the Skywrath. And the Blade Mill here. So Axe is feeling good. I mean, not great, but you have Blink Blade Mill. You can ruin someone's game, and you're happy about that.
Yeah, but they have this, like, the items on Mirana and Drow, most notably, are making it quite difficult for him to do his thing. Not like we mentioned though, you just have this Tide walking in front. Are you gonna Blink Blade Mail call the Tide? That doesn't feel very good. He's the dangler, right? You talked about this. You use that word all the time to describe what you think about Dota, and I
would say he's the bait, right?
He's the bait. That's what you like. A bait dangles on your hook, though. You know what I mean?
So why use that word if you can just use bait?
Because it doesn't rhyme with tangle.
But we have a lot of fishing.
That is true. It's probably
better.
Okay.
Especially as a Tidehunter. He loves the mackerel.
Yeah.
He is the mackerel in this game that he eats.
Fair enough. Yeah, he is. I mean, effectively, he is the bait. That was what he is. He's going to walk in front and say, I dare you to go on me. We have Enigma. We have, like, all these ranged DPS heroes. Yeah. And you don't have a reliable way of killing me. I mean, even if they do kill him, it's going to require Chrono and Call. And then suddenly it's like, obviously, neither of those are removed by Kraken Shell. So that's relevant as the game goes on.
Very. So, okay, almost level 18 plus Nimbus for Zeus. Febby, what are we looking at? About 100 gold here until that Ags. I mean, they've got damage, right? If you catch that Mirana without BKB with like a call, she's dead.
Yeah.
There's no way she's alive.
That is absolutely true, and that makes the Aegis play even more impacted in this game, and it's already down for now. They've got somewhere between 2 to 5 minutes or so before the next Aegis, and that's what they're just going to be waiting for. They're just going to be hitting creeps on the map. We should be expecting to see that net worth graph just trickle up for OpTic until Immortals decides to make a play. And I think they're waiting for these Acceptors on the Skywrath Mage plus the Zeus, both of which are quite close. Ryoya going for what looks like a 4th item. Maelstrom has the Mask of Madness. Shadowblade BKB, pretty standard Void build nowadays. The Mask of Madness for damage, Shadowblade for positioning and survivability and damage, and then the BKB so that once you get that positioning, you don't just die to a silence.
No Tails watching this game. Wait, where's this Helm of the Dominator?
Yeah,
what's this guy doing? But yeah, he's got some damage. The thing is, Zai now, I think the biggest thing is your Enigma, you've got Blink, and now you have the 120 gold per minute. You get that BKB. What they've got, what does cancel? They've got Call, Chrono. Are those the only? And Rock. Actually, they have a lot to cancel. Like, he is never going to be the Initiate, if you're wondering, on that Enigma.
I just realized they did pick Enigma into Warlock, so there's no item you can actually build to reliably get a BKB hole off.
That's when you see the best holes. Sometimes you're like, you're not expecting, and all of a sudden Zai hits a 25-man hole. He brings in other people from like Wind and Rain and OG's game.
They might. Oh, they get the cancel on the blink with the right click this time, so Velo can't get away.
Arrow hits, but here we go. Ooh, double ulti flying out, doing a decent amount of damage, but not enough. And PPD with the level 3 heal. Oh, leap forward. Will she use her last one? No. That is a kill on Velo. The first kill we've seen in a bit now.
He has buyback, and they have Void Chrono still, but he's going to show himself bottom, so they know they're not going to be contesting the minute this Void shows bottom.
33 is just trying to swag right now. He got the Harpy Stormcraft. That is a lot of damage. People don't realize, like, if you get that on Chen early game, that's a lane winner.
Noteworthy is that the Harpy Stormcrafter has full night vision too, so it will make it so
that's
they
smart.
do not
Maybe that's why he got it. That probably is why he got it then, right?
It's probably the most relevant part of that creep at this stage. In the early game, it actually harasses stuff, but at this stage in the game, the night vision is quite nice.
I did not know that, BSJ. And I know a lot of stupid little I'm not saying that's stupid. I mean a lot of little things. And I have learned. Thank you for teaching all of us.
Yeah, so if you guys are ever against a Night Stalker, you have no natural night vision, feel free to dominate a Harpy Stormcrafter.
Yep. If you can find them. Of course, then, like, you know, people are going to go into the game like, I'm going to beat these guys, and there's never one spawning. Like, oh, damn it.
They're going to, like, go to camp, not even thinking about where anyone is on the map, and they're just going to feed, but they're going to be looking for that creep all game.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Please, the vision. And as we see, the gold graph just continues to go 10,000 now in favor of OpTic. Really just one big team fight, though, and you get a couple towers for Immortals, and they have the team fight to do it. They just need the jump, and that's going to be so hard versus Tide and Enigma.
It's just all on this Axe, right? Like, because of all these ranged heroes, you have these Void Axe heroes who just, they want you to be clumped up, and the only hero you're getting clumped up in your face is a Tide Hunter, and that's not what you want. So it's just really hard for Immortals to take fights, and they're smoked up, but look at the mid lane. That OpTic knows something's going on, right? And they're all just sitting in their base, like, on the high ground, because they're completely aware, and you're going to watch 33 always be, like, in the most dangerous posturing position. They always have this hero they want to get gone on.
But he blinks away. They ulti, and now it definitely gives away. They're like, oh, they were going for some sort of gank, and OpTic just, as you said, they stay back, they farm the jungle, they farm the lanes, and they just slowly grow their lead.
Yep, just don't die, and then you look at the net worth, and it's just a slippery slope.
Yep.
And their obviously eyes are on Roche, as we mentioned before. They arrow it up. They're just going to walk in, but Immortals is in the vicinity, so they have to be careful of not overcommitting on OpTic, but I'm sure they're aware of that.
How do you get vision in the pit? Right, you need, do they have the Nimbus? They have the Nimbus, okay.
The Nimbus True Sight's actually relevant here, too,
Yeah.
but Dubu's getting caught. No
Dubu's
buyback.
in trouble. Does he have the rock? Will he drop it? Oh my goodness, the dragon gets him stunned up, and now is Peter actually going to solo farm this Nimbus?
And that's the separation between these tiers of teams, is you know, if you're really thinking clearly, that the objective for OpTic is Roche. So if they're playing somewhere as a group, it's going to be around Roche. And while we've been seeing 33 always walk into the most dangerous areas, suddenly you just saw a 5-position support doing it. And that doesn't quite have the same effect. So
and he's a really relevant support.
Yeah, he's very relevant. He stops the hole.
Yeah, exactly.
He stops the hole. Like, he's actually very impactful this game as a Warlock. Obviously, we always expect Rock to be like a very team fight impactful ability, but at the same time, it's even more insane this game because it stops Enigma from ever being able to hole until the Warlock has rocked or dies.
And this is looking very good for OpTic, BSJ.
Yeah.
But there are plays, obviously, Immortals can make. And the biggest one, I mean, we gotta see a Chrono. I mean, a Chrono into a double ulti from the Skywrath, very good. That's a ton of damage, as long as it's not the Tide. You find anyone else without BKBs, they're gonna die.
The problem is, though...
It's fine.
Yeah, the problem is, though, as the game goes on, you're gonna have Aegis on CCNC all game. You're gonna probably have, like, an Eon Disc at some point on the Enigma. And then that just eliminates more and more targets for you to actually be able to go on. So it's like, you know, we have all this initiation, we have all this, like, damage follow-up, but who do we actually get? They're looking to get Peter bottom. They miss.
Misses the call.
He might be in trouble, actually.
Yeah, he just turns on his level 3 heal. He's going, but look at, the Drow will take a while to TP because someone else canceled their other TP, and he should be able to get out.
That's not bad space, actually.
Yep. No one will get found. They try to blink and find, but nothing there. Ryoya TP's away as well.
This Pycat build is very, like, almost hilarious to the sense that, like, it's very good.
Defensive.
I like it. Like, it's just, it's a great adjustment, honestly. I just wouldn't have thought to do it. It's very cool.
What would you have gone? Would you have just been like, triple
Ags,
Maelstrom,
Maelstrom, you know, maybe a Radiance for the extra farm speed. No,
That's smart.
I do think the Hurricane Pike BKB makes a lot of sense, but the Blink Dagger is the main adjustment I see as, like, the not-so-straightforward item purchase.
It's funny, right? Like, if that was them ganking bottom, he could have blinked away. Even Peter just walks away. Just, it feels like Velo, I don't know, 0.5 seconds behind on these last couple of ganks. But now look at this. Peter, you're in a little bit of trouble here.
Does he
Concussive
die
shot
just to-
slowing you down. Yeah, look at Velo. Hello. Oh, but will it bounce back? Oh, that doesn't matter. Febby puts out a ton of damage. They do get the kill.
Ryoya
now
has
they know.
CCNC, but he's obviously not going to Chrono in Aegis.
Oh, Dubu takes it. He did take cooldown reduction, by the way. So we've got the cooldown reduction. Obviously, look at Nimbus already back up after we almost saw it drop. And obviously, you build an Octarine later into the game as well. And that Nimbus, it's going to be a lot of Nimbi.
Yeah, is that the proper term, Nimbi?
It sure is now.
I mean, we talked about Cactus and Cacti and Daedalus and Daedalus. I guess that would
Nimbus is
following
Nimbi.
the trends there. Nimbi.
Following our own logic.
Yes.
Sounds good. But next Roche as well, it will be the Refresher Shard. And some games you don't have anyone to take it. You have Warlock, Tide, Enigma,
Drow
Zeus
for the aura.
Drow for the double siege unit aura. No, but really, there is a lot of
No,
heroes to
this is
take
about
That's
as good as
crazy.
a refresher game. Void, if you didn't even mention that.
Yeah, Void as well. Yeah.
Like, this is actually the most insane refresher shard game I think I've seen in a while.
CCNC, I don't even know. I'll be honest, that's on me. Dubu just dies top by himself.
I mean, he has Blink Dagger plus 3 leaps, theoretically, so his reach is, like, insane for kills. And I think his main kill targets right now are everyone but everyone but Void and Axe. If you find anyone else on the map that's alone from CCNC, he's just gonna kill you.
Oh, look at
He
this.
might get tied, but
Does he have the Silver Edge yet? No, he's building it. Oh, if you have the Silver Edge, right, you go like 100%, but he does not. They do see the Moonlight Shadows go up, though, so that
no
will be a little
Golem counter initiation for 10 seconds, so he knows he has no save if he just can hold.
I like how they're just pushing the base when they're Mirana, like their main
Look at the
DPS is
siege
middle.
catapults
Yeah.
with the Drow.
Look at it, melts it. They're missing, though. They're actually missing, like, every hit.
They're actually missing.
They missed every hit. The last 6 hits, and now they glyph. Those were probably actual hits, but it won't matter. Let's see. There's 1, 2.
Oh
Oh,
my God.
Good. It's dead. They don't miss those ones. Oh, get ready. They're chunking. They're actually not
That's like
hitting
140
it.
damage a hit. That is 140 damage a hit when the Drow is on.
Value. You wouldn't understand. I love this value more than anything in the
I
world.
don't even think Blitz understands that value.
Yeah, Blitz doesn't understand value at all. But Nimbus will go down to try to shock it. And guess what? The siege units did go on the melee barracks, which is healable damage. And it's very relevant, right? At least naturally bottom isn't always pushing out now. You keep it, but there goes Shrine. And now they're going to take another Shrine.
And this is something we see from CCNC a pretty
The first
decent amount, like on TA especially, is the sheep stick build that he has queued up at least. It just makes it so you can kill whoever you want. You don't have damage issues. You have this Drow. You have like all the mobility.
Yeah.
Anybody you find dies. And it makes it even harder as a Void. Like imagine you're concerned about all these things in the fight, and now if Mirana just finds you in the
let's
fight,
see. Oh my goodness.
he might just be dead top.
With the blink dagger. No
He's
blink
dead.
up.
He's dead. He Master Madness. Yep. Ouch.
He didn't even, I mean, he doesn't know who's behind, obviously.
Yeah.
But, oh, here we go. Velo does jump in. Is an Aegis of Mirana. Has the sheep stick. Doesn't need it. Look at the move speed coming out
Void
from Velo.
buyback.
There they go. Void has him bought back. Uh-oh. Hello, Peter. Comes in with the Febby ult, and CCNC goes for it. The Ravage will
Canceled the blink.
completely whiff.
Canceled the blink
Yeah.
with the
Blink
Zeus
gets
ulti.
canceled. Nicely done there by MP. And they get Peter. I mean, not your best one-for-one trade, but you take the
That's a
Aegis
TI
as
winner.
well. Yep. You take the Aegis as well. And now we're going to see.
That could have been a lot worse with your one position just dying like that, but either way, you're not happy. Oh,
Here we go. Zai goes in. He's going to make some Eidolons. Just throws it down. Axe again with the blade. Oh, my goodness. CCNC gets melted down. Zai's BKB is going to be wearing off here. They're just running through the base. It doesn't matter. Warlock Rock will hit 2 of them. Nimbus on the backlines will hit 1. Febby is just chunking him. The double ulti from the Aghanim's Febby. 33 trying to run away. Velo says, you're not going anywhere. And now, will they bring him down? They should be able to. Look at how tanky this man is, but they're still chasing. Can he get the blink off? He has cheese blink.
Oh my god.
And he will get away. Look at that. The Reaver, the 25 strength.
And he has a heart complete as well.
See how much this will do. 120 damage. That's not bad. That is a lot. But what a fight from Immortals. I mean, they're down 15k, but you just realize, wait, we do a lot. If we get the call on this core, he's dead.
Yeah, CCNC just needs to, like, he
Chill.
got a brief wake-up call there saying, if I don't have Aegis, I can't play like that.
Meanwhile, Ryoya not going. Okay, no, switched off the Silver Edge over to a MKB.
What is that for? Just Drow Butterfly, possibly? I feel like it's
just
not your
damage?
job to kill Drow. I feel like I'd rather just have, like, a full Mjolnir, maybe the Silver Edge. I mean, any
bottom.
damage item is fine.
Okay,
He's
33.
dead.
There's no way this time. They're going to drop the Nimbus right on top. Look at that damage coming out. They're still so slow. The upheaval, though, that's going to be the key. I like how it, like, Kraken Chill slowly takes off upheaval. Uses the cheese, even. He is still taking out. This man will not die. They're trying to. In comes Sai. He has the ulti. He will pull in 2 of them. 33 is still alive. Velo and Ryoya are getting chunked down by the Death Ward. Velo will drop it. Now Ryoya, he thinks about the Chrono, doesn't use it, and the cheese usage, it looked crazy at first, but it pays off. 33 is moving forward. Now Dubu will get out. Ryoya and MP are the 2 in control. The Nimbus will hit Zai, will hit 33. They're looking for Ryoya, though. He gets out. Does he? That's the question. Oh, Pycat, you don't have a sheep stick. That's CCNC. Barely gets out.
Wow. I didn't think he was going to use the cheese. I thought because they had 2
I didn't
heroes
either.
dead
Yeah.
there that he was going to be in no man's land, but he knew how long it would take to kill him. And he's got 4,000 health almost with a pipe for the value.
Let's look at this. Defense. We'll follow you really quick, bud. Defense, health regen, 32. Magic resist, 59%. And he eats up, right, with the pipe. If you use it, eats up even more. And 42% physical resist, Kraken Shell. This man, you have to finish that Silver Edge on Void now, right?
Yeah, I mean, the Kraken Shell damage block's very
And the
relevant.
extra. And he does. Okay.
It's 72 damage block, which when Void only hits for 255, that's 25% damage reduction already.
I like the Void though. Like that one failed gank, he finishes the Silver Edge after.
Yeah,
he's
like, okay,
all right,
lesson learned.
We
Wake
got
up call.
worked.
And the goal is that you know that before.
Oh my God, the smoke they run into.
Oh.
Is he gonna get? He gets a 3-man Chrono. CCNC is there. He can't get the sheep off on Ryoya in time. The BKBs. He's taking a ton of damage though. It's 2 down already.
Buybacks.
And they buy back immediately. The sheep goes off on Bello. That would be a nice one. They ravage it. Only hits one. No, it hits Febby in the back as well. They're going to be able to burst him down. They don't have vision. He's alive with literally 7 HP. Arrow flies. He dodges. There's no way he lives here. Gets right click. Goes down. And now it's looking bad for Immortals. We don't have a buyback on Velo, who's a very important hero. A very nice Chrono, but...
Well, we mentioned in the draft, though, you Chrono, and then they just reload.
What do you do?
They just go again.
They still have, the black hole up in 35. Obviously, Ravage just used Nimbus trying to do some damage. Uh-oh, Ryoya hexed up. See you later, Alligator. He goes down. A buyback now coming out of Febby. He's going to try to do anything he can, but they are losing their base very quickly to CCNC. Just, right? 6,000 gold in the site. That doesn't give you much damage. 10 agility, but the Drow Aura, that's all you need.
Yeah, and with a no axe, they have absolutely no kill threat on Quinn.
Oh my goodness. Is this going to be, not Megas. Bottom does still stand. Surprise.
The catapults might actually kill this, by the way.
Oh my God, let's check it. Will it? One more,
Oh
two more, one more hit.
God.
It's dead. Megas. Oh, it was the
Helm Dom
It was the
too.
Helm one. They got it too. Oh my goodness.
Those
that is
catapults
Megas.
hit for more than triple damage from that Drower. 98 bonus damage.
This is OpTic is playing so clean, like a very good Chrono. But as we've seen in the meta, is the word we like to use, buybacks are so good. Like there's no reason not to buy back if you think something's gonna happen. And Zion PBD instant buyback. Guess what? We're running down mid. What does your Void do? And Ryoya, he shrugs. He says, I don't know either.
Yeah, that's just the problem when you pick Void into Drow. Like usually people, when they pick Void, ban Drow because they don't want you to play. You don't want to play against these heavy objective forcing lineups because that's how you punish long cooldowns. That's why Spectre lineups, like usually when you see a Spectre pick, they're picked into heroes that can't push objectives. And when you're this Void, you just Chrono, like a really good Chrono, kill 2 heroes, immediate buybacks, and then you actually just lose. And that's not a feeling you can afford to have. Like
I was thinking about middle right. He got a good 3-man Chrono, but if Mirana was inside that, right, you get the kill on Mirana, maybe? Does that change anything?
I mean, if he has buyback, it doesn't change anything. He'd buy back.
We don't
too.
know. He hasn't aimed it. Maybe he did.
There's
maybe
the
he
Eon
didn't,
disc. Like you have the Aegis like coming up soon.
It's tough. It was a very nice Chrono. That was like a perfect, Silver Edge into their smoke. He just pops it, and I'm sure OpTic was like, "Whoa, why'd our smoke just pop?" And now they're coming in. Like
I'm also pretty
wrecking
sure
ball.
they know that the frontliners are supposed to have.
Dubu? Dubu for what? He has get saved right away. A good axe called the Blade Mill. The double ult is coming out. Ryoya. They're trying to bring down CCNC. They're not doing enough damage. And the hole will be coming out. There it is. It pulls into him. CCNC on the outside doing so much damage. Finally gets silenced after the BKB, but Velo's dead. And now Febby goes down. It's a triple kill for CCNC. Good game. Grats. PPD back at TI. Zai back at TI. PyCat. Guess what? You're not commentating TI, buddy. You are going to play. And now CCNC, he was one of those last year, 1 series away from going to TI. He's going to make it. And then 33, right? He had that miraculous run last year on Planet Dog.
Yeah.
They made it through, and now this year he gets on a stable team. He's there, and wow, OpTic, they played that game so clean. Like it says 27-19 on the scoreboard, but it really didn't feel close. I mean, maybe when Velo got his blink, they could do stuff, but I don't know. 33 is a player. I just want to say he has played amazingly for so long.
Yeah, the whole there were like a couple slip ups on the side of OpTic, but none of them were major. They had like the objectives in mind. They hit their timings. They punished the lack of like ability to continuously fight from Immortals. The itemization, knowing this is how Immortals is going to win the fight with Axe Call. We're going to position our ranged heroes so far back they can't possibly get them. And then you catch Dubu. I feel like Dubu was a little bit out of position a couple times just because like he is the counter black hole, right? So if you have no Dubu,
we saw it in the last fight.
Yeah, and it's just I don't know. It's just one of those things where you look at this and say it looked like OpTic was kind of just the better team. Their draft like seemed easier to play. They understood why it was easier to play, so they built the right items. And a hero like Tide, you know, not really picked up for Ravages anymore. He probably only had like one impactful Ravage that entire game, but he's just this hero walking in your face, and you're like, we have all these ults, we have this Blink Blade Mail. What do we actually do?
Exactly. You know? That's why he bought a heart, right? Like usually you would go like Octarine, maybe lower cooldown Refresher. He just has a heart.
Yeah.
And a Helmet Dominator pipe. He's walking.
I dare you is what that heart says.
Good luck. And
congratulations, OpTic.
Yeah, congratulations.
We all kind of expected it, right? Like,
I think it's funny, right? We had a lot of upsets early in this NA, but VGJ, EG, OpTic, were they not the 3 favorites? They end up making it when it matters.
Yeah, I mean, if you had to choose 3, those would be kind of what you expect. But at the same time, you know, Cole put up a good fight. Immortals even took a series off OpTic, but you know, to be honest, for the chances of NA having a good showing at TI, I think these are the 3 teams that, especially like EG, for instance, who only recently trimmed up their roster, I think they can improve a lot in like a month and a half or 2
months or
so.
So that will be the end of everything. I believe. Wow. Wait, what? Okay, well, we are going to throw it over. We are actually going to head over to, I believe, what is called the goodbye table.
Yes.
Where I hope there's nothing crazy going on. But we are going to throw it over.
Snacks.
And guess what? Hey, me and Brian will be over there. Will you guys? I swear to God, you better. So we'll see you over there shortly.